Hi, how you doing? My name is Megan Brinks. I'm the Executive Director of the United Way of Southeast Iowa. Over the past few years, we've undergone a lot of changes, and I hope to take a few minutes out of your day to share some of those things with you. I started in my position in 2022 at the end of the year, and since then, I have made it my mission to reinvigorate the United Way here in Southeast Iowa. One of the big changes that we've done is we've changed our name. We used to be called the Burlington West Burlington Area United Way, and we are now the United Way of Southeast Iowa. Why did we do that? Well, we went from serving just Burlington and West Burlington to expanding our reach to serve over 20 zip codes across 5 counties. So our efforts and our community partners are now able to reach out to places like Mount Pleasant, New London, Sperry, Wapello, Winfield, all the way to the smaller towns like Huron, Salem, Oakville. We really try to be an all-encompassing resource here in Southeast Iowa. And with that, we needed to change our name to make it more inclusive to all of these new communities that we added on. We really hope in the next few years that we'll be able to continue to expand and invite nonprofits operating in some of those new towns to join in as our agency partners. Apply for funding from us. Let's get you on our grant cycle. A lot of the programs that we do operate have already been helping in those communities. For example, ADS, Young House Family Services, Hope Haven, Community Action even. They all have different offices and outreach into those communities. So it just made sense for us to also expand our reach too. Now, even more so, all of those agencies can use funding that they get from us to directly benefit those residents in those communities. Something else that we started this year was a scholarship program. It's our United in Service Scholarship. What that means is we were able to give money to 4 high school seniors to use towards their college education this year. So we're helping fund the higher education of students now, and that's all a part of the generous gifts and donations that you make to us. One other really exciting thing that happened was this May, we participated for the second year since COVID in the Stamp Out Hunger food drive. We were able to collect over 9,000 pounds of food. Now that 9,000 pounds of food came from all of you in our community. You left it out at your mailbox, your mail carrier picked it up, it came back to the post office, and we helped sort and distribute that to over 11 food pantries in Southeast Iowa. That 9,000 pounds of food is going to serve people in our community for many, many months. And we're so excited to add that on as another annual event that we do. So come this May, you'll be hearing from us again, so keep watch. Something else that we've done is kind of on the advocacy side. For the first time ever, we are leading different coalitions and task forces in the community, specifically in regarding to homelessness and affordable housing, but also things like mental health resources and the capacity that our mental health care providers have, and disaster recovery and relief, especially with the surge of big storms and things lately. Disaster recovery and relief organizations and resources are something that is vitally needed in Southeast Iowa. And so your United Way is taking meetings with different nonprofit leaders, talking to legislatures, and finding funding to help provide some of those coalitions with backing. So when disaster strikes, we can be ready and mobilized as a community. We're not the United Way that you once knew. We don't operate anymore as a secret society that makes it hard for community organizations to get involved or donors a hard time figuring out where your money's going. We've changed, and only for the better. We know we need to do better for you. Be more transparent, be more open to our community. And that's what we've been striving to do for the past few years here. So whether you're a current donor of ours, whether you used to be a donor and stopped giving, or whether you still didn't even know that a United Way was here in Southeast Iowa, I encourage you and implore you to join us for our 100th campaign this year. That's right, 100 years we have been in this community. That's not something a lot of nonprofits get to say. We started as a small group of community members back in 1924 that banded together to try to make a positive difference in the community. They raised $48,000 that first year, which in today's economy would be about $800,000 with inflation. Since then, those famous members that started, you might recognize some of their last names being Phelps, Crapo, Dankwart. Those community members' legacy lives strongly on today. We're still just a group of community members coming together every year, trying to raise money to fund amazing programs in our community. Some program highlights, in case you're wondering. We help fund the second grade swimming lesson program at the Burlington YMCA. That ensures that Burlington second graders get free swimming lessons, which is so important being a Rivertown community. We also fund operating expenses over at the Burlington Homeless Shelter. So they provide housing and shelter and a safe space for those facing homelessness. A lot of our money goes directly to them. Some of the noon meal programs out at the Salvation Army, they serve a free hot noon meal every day along with their food pantry. Money goes towards that program directly to help benefit people facing food insecurity. We also supplement registration fees for the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts. We send kids to camp every year. Those are some of the things that your dollars go to directly impact our residents right here in Southeast Iowa. And now with our bigger territory, that impact only spreads. We have 66,000 residents we serve here in Southeast Iowa, and we're doing a lot of things every single day to continue to prove to you that we're relevant, we're here, we're trying to make a difference. So once again, I implore you and encourage you to join us on this 100th campaign. It's going to be one for the books. It's going to be one that hopefully makes history, and it's going to be one that really kicks off our next century of service the right way. So thank you for listening and letting me share this time with you. I hope to see you at some of our events coming up, and I hope that you will think about donating to us this year. We really, really could use the help, and with your generous efforts, we know that we can continue to make a lasting impact here in Southeast Iowa. Are you able to edit some of those little? Okay, perfect.